Have you ever noticed how quickly people judge a relationship when the woman is younger and the man is older? People whisper, they assume things, they say things like, "She's only with him for money. He's too old for her. That relationship won't last." But what if the truth is deeper than that? What if the real reason younger women sometimes choose older men has nothing to do with what people think? And what if sometimes it's actually about peace, maturity, emotional safety, and real love? Welcome back to Real Love, Real Life, the channel where we talk about real relationships, real experiences, and real emotions that people are often afraid to say out loud. And today, we're talking about a topic no one wants to talk about openly: why some younger women choose older men. But before we dive into today's story, if you enjoy honest conversations about love and relationships, make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And remember, on this channel, the most active subscribers get noticed. Which brings me to something special. I want to take a moment to give a special shout out to one of our amazing subscribers who commented on the last video. Elise Duplessis D3B. Your comment said, "What God gives, it's a perfect match. No regrets." That message was powerful. Thank you for watching, subscribing, and sharing your thoughts with the community. People like you make this channel special. And remember, everyone, every video, I will choose one subscriber who likes, comments, shares, and watches the full video for a shout-out. And for my yearly loyal subscribers, I'll be giving something even bigger: a free access to my course as a thank you for supporting this community. So stay active in the comments, because you might be the next person I shout out. Let me tell you a story. There was a young woman who had been through a lot in relationships. She gave her love, she gave her time, she gave her loyalty. But somehow, she kept ending up with the wrong people. Men who didn't appreciate her, men who played games, men who didn't know what they wanted. And after years of heartbreak, she started asking herself a question many people ask silently: why do I keep loving the wrong people? Then one day, she met someone different, someone older, not perfect, but calm. Someone who listened when she spoke. Someone who didn't turn every disagreement into a fight. Someone who actually valued peace more than ego. And suddenly she realized something. Age wasn't the reason she felt safe. It was maturity. One thing many younger women notice when dating older men is emotional maturity. Older men have often experienced breakups, failures, life lessons. And those experiences sometimes teach them something younger men are still learning: how to communicate, how to listen, how to respect emotional boundaries. When a woman has already experienced toxic relationships, she often starts craving something different. Not excitement, not drama, but peace. Another truth people rarely talk about is stability. Not just money, but emotional stability, consistency, reliability. Older men are often at a stage where they know what they want from life. They're not trying to prove themselves to everyone. They're not chasing attention, they're looking for something real. And when a woman feels that stability, it can feel like finally coming home after years of chaos. Safety is one of the most powerful feelings in a relationship, not just physical safety, but emotional safety. The safety to speak without being mocked. The safety to share feelings without being dismissed. The safety to be yourself without constantly feeling judged. Sometimes older partners provide that space because they've already grown through phases of insecurity. Another thing that attracts younger women is wisdom and life experience. An older partner may offer guidance, perspective, and calm thinking during difficult moments. Not controlling, not dominating, but simply supportive. Someone who has walked through storms and can say, "I've been there. We'll figure it out." Now, let me say something very important. Age alone does not make a relationship healthy. There are toxic older men, and there are incredibly mature younger men. What matters most is not the number of birthdays someone has had. What matters is respect, communication, kindness, and emotional growth. This is why I created my mini course, How I Escaped the Cycle of Toxic Love, My Journey to Healing and Freedom. Because many people stay stuck loving the wrong people over and over again. In that course, I share my personal story and the lessons that helped me finally understand what real love should look like. If you're interested, the link is in the description below. And I also want to say this. If you are going through relationship struggles, if you're confused, if you need someone to talk to, you can reach out to me. I now offer one-on-one advice sessions. You can send your situation through email or Instagram, and I will respond with a voice message giving my advice and possible solutions. Sometimes people just need someone who will listen without judging. Also, make sure to follow me on my other platforms. My blog, my TikTok, my Instagram. I share relationship advice, life lessons, and real conversations about love. And before you leave, I want you to check out another powerful video on this channel. How to Stop Loving the Wrong People and Finally Choose Yourself, My True Story. That video might open your eyes to things you never realized before. At the end of the day, love is not about numbers. It's not about age. It's not about what strangers think. It's about how someone treats you, how they respect you, how they protect your heart. Because real love is not loud. Real love is peaceful. Thank you for watching Real Love, Real Life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And remember, your story matters, your healing matters, and one day, the right love will find you. Sometimes the world judges a love story before it even begins. People see two people together and immediately start forming opinions. They look at the age difference, they whisper, they assume the worst. But what people often fail to understand is that love does not follow society's expectations. It follows the heart. This is the story of a young woman named Amara and a man named Daniel, a love story that many people judged, but very few truly understood. And within their story is a lesson that many of us need to hear. Amara was 27 years old. She was beautiful, intelligent, and full of dreams. But behind her bright smile was a heart that had been broken more times than she cared to admit. She had loved deeply before, but the love she gave was rarely returned the way she deserved. She had dated men her age who promised the world, but delivered disappointment. Men who said they loved her, but didn't respect her. Men who confused chaos with passion. After years of emotional exhaustion, Amara quietly told herself one night, maybe real love just isn't meant for me. Then there was Daniel. Daniel was 47, a quiet, thoughtful man who carried life experience in his eyes. He had lived through heartbreak too. He had once been married. He had loved deeply, but life had taken him through difficult lessons that taught him patience, understanding, and emotional maturity. Unlike the younger men Amara had known, Daniel was calm. He listened more than he spoke, and he believed that love should feel like peace, not a battlefield. One rainy afternoon, Amara walked into a small cafe after work. She just needed a quiet moment to breathe. Life had been overwhelming, and her heart felt heavy with memories of past relationships. She ordered tea and sat near the window, watching the rain fall against the glass. Across the room sat Daniel, reading a book. He noticed her staring out the window with a distant look in her eyes. After a few minutes, he gently walked over. "Is this seat taken?" he asked politely. Amara shook her head, and that simple conversation became the beginning of something neither of them expected. Their conversations felt easy. There were no games, no pressure. Daniel didn't try to impress her. He simply listened. He asked about her dreams. He asked about her life. And for the first time in a long time, Amara felt something unfamiliar. She felt safe. Not the temporary excitement she had felt in past relationships, but a calm, comforting sense of peace. Daniel wasn't trying to control her. He wasn't trying to compete with anyone. He simply respected her. But the world outside their relationship had opinions. Friends whispered. Family members questioned her. Some people said, "He's too old for you." Others assumed she must be with him for financial security. They didn't see the quiet moments. They didn't see the kindness. They didn't see the respect. They didn't see how Daniel would make sure Amara got home safely. They didn't see how he encouraged her to pursue her dreams. They didn't see how he reminded her of her worth when she doubted herself. What they saw was the age difference. What they missed was the love. One night, Amara sat with Daniel on a quiet beach. The ocean waves moved slowly under the moonlight. She looked at him and asked something she had been thinking about for months. "Why are you so patient with me?" she asked. Daniel smiled gently. "Because life taught me something," he said. "What is that?" she asked softly. Daniel looked at the ocean before answering. Real love is not about excitement. It's about peace. When you truly love someone, you protect their heart instead of testing it. In that moment, Amara felt tears forming in her eyes. Because for the first time in her life, someone loved her without hurting her. The moral of the story: love is not about age. Love is not about what society thinks. Love is about how someone treats your heart. Sometimes the right person doesn't arrive the way we expect. Sometimes they arrive after years of pain. Sometimes they arrive when we have almost given up. And sometimes, the love that people judge the most becomes the love that heals us the deepest. To everyone listening to this story, I want you to remember something. Never allow the world to tell you what your love should look like. Some people will judge your relationship, some people will question your choices, but they are not the ones living your life. Choose the person who respects you. Choose the person who brings peace to your life. Choose the person who protects your heart instead of breaking it. Because real love is rare. And when you find it, don't let the opinions of strangers make you doubt it. If this story touched your heart, remember to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe for more real conversations about love and life. And always remember this simple truth: the right love will never make you feel small. The right love will make you feel safe. And when love is real, it doesn't matter what the world says, because the heart always knows the truth.